Bulls Nation, today we're going to be continuing the discussion of players that could come into this team and make an impact, and a heavy impact at that. And funnily enough, this player was someone that I didn't really have planned to discuss at the end of the day, but rumors and there's a lot of talk about this player that could potentially be heating up and may very well be something that could be a realistic option for the Chicago Bulls down the line. If you don't know who I'm talking about, his name is DeJounte Murray. He plays for the San Antonio Spurs, and in my opinion, I'm a very big fan of his. So without further ado, let's talk about this player, and let's do it in this video. Let's do it. What's up, everybody? It's the Aiden Sports Show, and welcome back to another video. Today, we've got another Chicago Bulls video, and this one's referring to DeJounte Murray. At the end of the day, a lot of heat, a lot of talk coming out about this player potentially being someone that the Chicago Bulls are looking at, someone that Zach LaVine is targeting, and could potentially subtly be trying to persuade him to join the Chicago Bulls. And to be honest, with his response to these rumors, I feel very optimistic that there's an opportunity there for the Chicago Bulls. But before we get any further, please like and subscribe to the Aiden Sports Show YouTube channel, turn notifications on, and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about this player and what do you think about what he could bring to the Chicago Bulls. So, DeJounte Murray, San Antonio Spurs player. Before I go any further into this, I just want to say I am a big fan of this guy. I have been ever since he's come into the league. At the end of the day, he provides so much to a team, and we've seen it firsthand when he's versed the Chicago Bulls. He knows how to play. He's a baller, and he has shown that he can definitely play at a high level in the NBA. And I'm a very big fan of what he could bring to a team, and I've been a very big fan of the way the San Antonio Spurs have played for a long, long time. At the end of the day, San Antonio is a very hard team to dislike. The way that they play, team-oriented basketball, movement, ball movement, player movement, it was beautiful to watch at the time. And although their team is not as good as it used to be, obviously with Manu, Parker, even Kawhi Leonard, Tim Duncan, all those players, yeah, they may not be there anymore, but the style of basketball is still there, and it's still very fun to see on occasion. And I've been very, very, very happy to watch Spurs game whenever it's on, and that means I've been a big fan of most Spurs players. I'm a big fan of DeMar DeRozan. I know he wasn't born and raised on the Spurs, let's say, but he's adapted very well to their system. And DeJounte Murray is someone that I'm very, very keen on. I'm a very big fan of. And the fact that this news is coming out, and the fact that these rumors are circling around, and the fact that it's not really been denied, is an absolute, it's a bundle of joy for me right now, knowing that there is hope we could get this player. His season average on the Spurs this season, he played, I believe, 67 games. Again, my eyesight's not the best. And he's averaging 15.7 points per game, 7.1 rebounds per game, 5.4 assists per game, shooting 45% from the field and 31% from the three-point line. Very decent, very good numbers for DeJounte Murray. And at the end of the day, he could do a lot of things on the court. It's as simple as that. He's that kind of player. He is a player that could do a variety of things, can play in a variety of positions, and whatever is asked of him, whatever is needed of him, he is going to be there for you. What does he bring to the Chicago Bulls outside of what I just said? He is an all defensive NBA type of player. He is that good defensively, and he fits that point guard position to a T, and it's everything I want in the point guard position. He's a willing playmaker, he's a good shot taker, and he's a very good defender. And not only that, he can grab a few rebounds here and there as well. He's a fantastic player, in my opinion, to bring into this team, to bring into that point guard position. And he's someone that I feel the Chicago Bulls should heavily look into as a viable option. And at the end of the day, he is one of my top options on this list. I don't know how many people know about DeJounte Murray, but at the end of the day, if you've watched Spurs basketball, you know who this player is. And more importantly, I think you'll be very excited at the fact that we're linked with him. And there's a number of reasons why I'm very happy. Obviously, the rumors are that Zach LaVine is trying to subtly, I guess, give the hints that he wants to play with him in Chicago, and that there are many things that are leading towards that rumor becoming true. And that rumor is, at the end of the day, it is just a rumor. It's not been confirmed. and it's definitely not been denied either. But if that rumor is true and he decides he wants to take his talents to the Chicago Bulls, we're going to be getting a player that is an unrestricted free agent in 2024, which means we'll need to trade for him. But if he demands a trade or he wants to move out of the Spurs and he wants to join the Chicago Bulls, at the end of the day, the Spurs are going to have to, I guess, maybe settle for a lesser deal for a player like Murray. And we could potentially get something there for not a whole lot of assets. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't really know. I guess that depends on the Spurs. We'll see what the Spurs want to do in that situation. But we're going to be getting a player that is not being paid a whole lot of money. He's going to get paid around probably $14 to $15 million a season, which is not too bad. We could definitely look at other positions as well, so we can try and get this team together. We're obviously going to get a player that Zach LaVine, I think, really wants on the team. We're going to get a player that fits the point guard position massively. He can play multiple positions as well. If we need Kobe White in the starting lineup and Javonte Murray in the game as well, we can do that. He plays multiple positions. That's a good place to be. That's a very good place to be. That's a very good player to have. And yes, he's definitely one of my top priorities on this team. I don't know if he's my first choice, but if he is, I don't think many people can hate me for that. I truly believe he's a sensational player. He's 24 years of age. He's 6'4", and he's just super talented, man. And he's a hard worker as well. Those players I don't want to ignore, and those players I believe have a welcome open arms in Chicago, in my opinion. Now, a lot of the talk comes around with the rumors. And the reason why I'm optimistic is because his reaction to these rumors and his discussion of these rumors is very interesting. Something that Zach LaVine even liked on Twitter as well. If you go to his Twitter, you'll see a tweet that says this: rumors can be true and rumors can be false. I'm just thankful and grateful for the highs, the lows, the blessings, the lessons, the setbacks, the comebacks, the love, and the hate. That word is all hard work and dedication for sure. Yeah, I definitely butchered that. But at the end of the day, that is definitely something that, yeah, he's not denied it, but he's not said it's true either. And that's good to see. That's very optimistic in my opinion, because if there was any indication that these rumors were false, this would come out and say that it's false. It's as simple as that. That's what I think when I think of rumors. If a rumor is false, you've seen it with Kevin Durant over the course of many weeks now. Every time something that comes out about him that's a lie, it's being called out. It's being called out by Kevin Durant himself. The fact that Javonte Murray replied to a rumor and saying that it can be true and it can be false, he's leaving us on our toes at the end of the day. He's leaving the door open if anything can happen with the Chicago Bulls. So would I take him? Absolutely. And not only that, I think he'd be a very good thing to do. We would have to trade for him. I don't know what that trade will entail. We have some players here that do have high trade value, but we might be looking at a situation where we have to give up more picks, and that is going to be damaging at the end of the day. But if we truly believe this is the guy to take us to the future of the Chicago Bulls, if this is the guy that's going to take us to the next step, this is the guy that's going to take us into the playoffs, and this is the guy that's going to fit our team massively, then we might have to give that sacrifice away to get a player like Javonte Murray on the team. And I'd be more than happy to do so if the Bulls see this as the perfect fit. I'm a big fan of this guy. I would not ever say no to this guy at the end of the day. He is someone that I feel has had a very good season. He's had a very good few seasons now. And I do really rate the player. So we're going to have to wait and see how this goes. If Zach LaVine sees something in him as well, the team chemistry could already be there. We shall wait and see how this goes. But I'm talking about him today because I am a big fan. And the fact the rumors are out about this guy, I'm very excited. And again, wishful thinking. I'm a kid in a candy store right now thinking about a player like this coming into this team because he just fits us so well. And this is someone I would love to join the Chicago Bulls. Simple as that. I wouldn't say it's unrealistic. At the end of the day, he's leaving the door open, but we're going to have to wait and see how hard this can be and if this is a choice we could go with down the line. Whatever happens, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new. Have a wonderful and safe day, Bulls Nation. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. We will talk about more free agency, more discussions on players in the future, but I'm very optimistic about this one. And let's see if this one can be a truth that we can see next season. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay tuned. Take care and peace.